So, please introduce yourself.
Officer Doug Houston. I've been in the Bellingham Police Department for 20 years. 21 years actually. My last year and a half I've been at school SRO, School Resource Officer.
Awesome. When and how did you decide to become a police officer?
Well, when I was in my early 20s, I had a construction paint company, and eventually I decided I needed to get a career, and ended up taking the civil service test and doing well enough to get hired at the Bellingham Police Department.
Awesome. How did you prepare for the test?
You know, it's been a long time since we prepared for the test, but I know there's a civil service study guide. You could study for the civil service and then, go off and take the test. It wasn't, it was kind of a different type of test, so it wasn't necessarily 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
It was a little different. So.
How do you go about getting the test?
Well, you sign up for civil service, here in town, in Bellingham anyway. Bellingham is a civil service town. You go on the website, Mass Civil Service, and then, go from there.
Awesome. What do you like most about working in Bellingham?
A lot of people don't like being in their particular town because they don't want their kids to be exposed to different things that they may encounter as a police officer. I enjoy it because I'm part of the community, and it's a part of who I am. It's a part of where I grew up, and it's a part of what I enjoy, is being a part of everybody and doing things in town here.
What's the most frustrating part of your job?
The most frustrating part of being a police officer, I would say, is just seeing how people treat themselves and how people treat others. Sometimes we see the difficult side of things where a kid may have to go home to a house that isn't really a place that a kid should be, or sometimes you see things that just not normalized should really have to see, but that's a part of the job.
Tell us something that most people don't know about being a police officer.
Again, I would say, a lot of times I'll go home and I'll maybe say something to my family, and they'll kind of give me the, yeah, really, in Bellingham? So there's a lot of things that actually happen in the streets of Bellingham that people would think, you know what, this is a sleepy community, and that would never happen here. But we have drug overdoses, we have different things that happen in town that people just wouldn't really kind of think would happen here.
Now we have to ask, how come you're wearing your pink badge?
Pink badge is for October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we kind of want to remember and give tribute to the people that have had to fight it. So.
Would you consider wearing it year-round? Because I think you really pull it off.
Well, year-round we got to go month to month, so we got to go from October to Movember, right? So I got to start growing some facial hair in November.
Shit, November.
Yeah.
If you couldn't be a police officer, what would you be?
Oh, these days, what would I be? I'm thinking about vice principal, maybe. Maybe principal. No, but back when I was a kid, I played. I played sports, and my dream was always become a professional baseball player. But those dreams are pretty tough to attain. So.
What team would you play for?
The Red Sox, of course.
Of course. How do you feel about Big Papi retiring?
I think he could get a few more years out of it.
I thought he could too.
Yeah, get some more money in that bank account too.
Oh yeah, definitely. So what do you do outside of working? Because I know you probably work a lot, but what do you like to do for downtime?
Oh, we got downtime. We don't have a lot of downtime these days. My kids are 16, 13, and 8. Actually, just turned 9 yesterday. And we move around a lot. We have a lot of sports. I coach varsity baseball at the high school. I also coach many of my son's baseball teams. So we're moving around a lot, going from hockey to baseball to softball to field hockey to dance and all kinds of stuff right now. So that's kind of the point in time in my life I'm in right now.
Would you ever consider becoming a K-9 officer?
Years ago, absolutely. Officer Goslin and I, we've been friends for a while, and the K-9 was actually offered to me, and I was excited about it. But these days, I'm going to say I'm I'm thinking about more having crutches than I am running
Yeah.
a dog around. So yeah, it's a little more difficult at this point in my career to run a canine out there.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people that are viewing this video?
Well, you know, it's about police officers and supporting police officers and supporting the blue. I think there's a lot of guys out there doing real good, and most of the things you see in the news are the bad. But that's I think what the news wants you to see. Something that you're going to watch. We do a lot of good out there, and hopefully you can see that also.
Well, on behalf of KMA Memorial, we'd like to thank you for all the work that you do. Your whole team is very important to us, and we all appreciate everything that you do. Thank you so much for this interview, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
What you gonna do?